To pay myself or to not pay myself? That is the question. Right, business owners? Do I pay myself? Do I reinvest back in my business? How the hell is all this going to work? Listen up here. Because if you do not pay yourself, then what happens to your business? We never think about those things as business owners. We usually just keep pumping it back in, and keep going and going and going and going. And for some of us, our business can actually pay for a lot of our living expenses. However, that's not true for most. It's not true at all. Here are three myths that we always hear when it comes to reinvesting back into your business. One, real entrepreneurs reinvest everything. That's bullshit. Real entrepreneurs do not reinvest everything back in. They also take profit and they live their life. They travel, they do those things. What real entrepreneurs actually do is they try to provide how their lifestyle is and create businesses around it. Therefore, it looks like they're reinvesting back into everything, but that's not always the case. They are paying themselves. Number two, paying yourself means you're selfish. That's not true. Come on. You are an employee of your business. You might be the boss, you might be the CEO, but you also are an employee. Therefore, you need to pay yourself. Remember, the business is the business. You are an employee of the business. If you feel like you are taking profits and paying yourself more than others, one, you're the owner. You should. Two, the business should operate without you. That's the whole point. So if we can get you to where you're just an employee and you're paying yourself and the business is operational, that's a win-win. Number three, I'll just wait until I hit X in profits or X in amount of money we make in sales. Excuse me? What if that never happens? What if you end up going bankrupt or going broke before you get there? Come on, let's think about this. If you're not taking care of yourself, how in the hell is your business going to take care of itself? If I'm not paying myself, take care of myself personally, then I will collapse. And if I collapse, my business collapses, especially for all those with startups, newer businesses, or the businesses that you are in everything. And what do I mean? You entrepreneur, you business owner right now, if you were to take the next month off and disappear, what would happen to your business? Do you guys see that? Yeah, it fucking crash. You know why? Because you are everything to your business. Therefore, you're not actually doing a business, it's a job. So until you can create that into a business where you can step away and it runs concurrently, then you're a true operational business. So what are some things we got to weigh and things that we got to look at when it comes to our businesses and deciding to pay ourselves or not? The first and foremost is always the tax side of it. You got to do tax planning. You got to understand how much you can pay yourself, how much you should not pay yourself, how much you should reinvest, how much you should not reinvest, all around what that tax bill is going to be. And in doing so in that tax planning, you're also going to figure out ultimately what you need to take home for, hey, I want to buy a home. I want to buy a car that is not in the business, right? I want to invest in something else. Well, most of the time, lenders like to see your income. Now, there's lenders out there, creative financing, that will look at you as a business owner and calculate that. But traditional banks want to see your personal income. So if I'm a business owner and my business makes $1 million a year, but I don't take any home, I make zero, right? So think about that. Those tax planning ideas will allow you to do that transition. The other is talk about scaling and growth. If you're really trying to grow your business, you taking all the profits out for your own good isn't the right move either, right? So it's all a balance in everything that we look at. So Stoy, what the hell can I do about it? Well, one, first, you need to address what your salary needs to be. Take a look at your personal expenses and what you need there. Then implement that strategy by starting small. So say, hey, I needed like $500 a month. Just start with something small and start to do 400, 500, 1,000, 2,000 as you grow. Then if you need to update it, you can. Number three, or 2A, however you want to think about it, do tax planning at least twice a year with your advisory team, your CPA, your accountant, your financial planner, you name it. You need to do tax planning so that way you know what to prepare for. Number four, understand your growth and understand what you want to do and want to achieve for your business. Talk a lot with this with business owners is you need to set up your business for how you want to exit, right? We get into business because we have a service or a skill that we're really good at or a product we sell. But ultimately, at the end of the day, we want to also sell it and make money and retire it, right? Or legacy hand it off. If you do not build it right on the front end, it's going to be really difficult to change it down the road. Therefore, if you know how you want to grow, whether that's, hey, it's a lifestyle practice or it's a $1 billion conglomerate with 300,000 employees, I don't know, don't care, but you need to understand that as you go through and determine what you're going to pay yourself or what you're going to reinvest. And number five, look to reinvest not only specifically in your company, but all those items around your company, right? For example, what we do at Black Mammoth with our Modern Family Office is we will reinvest in creative lending. We'll reinvest in other investments that are outside of our actual firm, but supplement it very well overall. So overall, here's the truth. Your business is yours. Your business is a business as long as you can take yourself out and create yourself as an employee. Otherwise, you are just doing a job, and that job will fail as soon as you are able to fail. So think about this. Do I pay myself? Do I not pay myself? That is the question. How the hell do you survive without paying yourself? I don't truly fully grasp that, but hey, here we are.